What we have in front of us is the new BMW M2 Competition. Few revisions have been made, from the M4 wing mirror to the LED headlights, the new front bumper bar completely redesigned to allow more airflow, so new 3 slots here with a bigger BMW front kidney grille. This time in black, stock standard. Walking over through the side, you notice the big M4 sumptuous leather seats with the M2 badge that illuminates and a revised steering wheel with digitalized cluster. And then when you keep walking, you can't help but notice the bulge here on the back with the 19-inch new redesigned rims only for the BMW M2 Competition. Then over to this side, we've got new M2 badge in black with competition. So it reminds you, this is a competition. New quad exhausts with black tailpipes. And what they have is an electronic flap that opens up at a certain RPM. Then an updated and revised LED tail light system. And when you open the door to the car, you're greeted by a new M2 Competition side sill that illuminates. And here on the seats, we've got perforated leather in the middle with blue inserts. So these inserts can be optioned up in orange, and the stitching is blue on this car, which can also be optioned up in orange. And for the first time, what we noticed is that the seatbelt has a tri-color. So you've got the blue, purple, and red, which are the BMW M colors. This is the M2 Competition. It's been created to disrupt that mid-range sports car market. We believe it may do so, but we won't know until we take it out for a drive. Here we have it. Time has come. We're driving the BMW M2 Competition, but you've noticed that the car is a different car altogether. It's black. This is closer to the spec that we've ordered. But nonetheless, let's jump in, take it for a spin. From the word go, I can tell you that the car is so much quicker than the standard M2. It has a lot of pull up and go. The torque is brutal, it's quick. You've got that instantaneous torque. Well, what do we have? The S55 engine from the M4, 3 litre, twin turbo, 6-cylinder, 410 horsepower with 550 newton meters of torque. When compared to the previous M2, that only had 370 horsepower, that's the N55 engine, 3 litre as well, but 500 newton meters of torque with an RPM of 7,000. This RPM here is now 7,600. It's crazy. Okay, there's a lot of pops and crackles from this standard exhaust system. You can option it up with the sports exhaust, the M Sport series, but with this, it's kind of pretty good. It's got that crisp sound. The engine does sound completely different to the previous M2. It's very, very responsive. And the seats, I like these seats a lot more compared to the previous one. So they're more sportier and they're really comfy at the same time. The steering is so tight, so linear. It's so versatile, this car. I really like it. And driving it around the streets, you can tell it's a very comfortable sports car. You can use this as a daily drive. There's no problem about that. Aircon works, everything works. It's really, really good. But that sound, so crisp now. I like the new digitalized speedo. It's really, really good. And on the streets, around the bumps, with the new updated suspension, so now they have ball joints. So they feature ball joints, so it's a stiffer ride, but at the same time it feels really good. But handling wise, just driving around back streets, it's really tight. And now what we have new in the engine bay, because we've refined the chassis to match the M4. So it's got the carbon fibre strut brace. It's actually carbon fibre reinforced plastic strut brace at the front, which hugs the suspension together, and you can tell that there's really minimal roll in this car. Really minimal body roll. Enough clearance to clear the road bumps. Yeah, the downshift, that sounds good. Can't wait to hear this thing with a sports exhaust option. We really have to be on the track to feel this car and see how good it actually drives. But from this judgment, I can tell you right now, it drives really good. It's super comfy, super usable, so versatile, and it's strictly BMW M. So luckily, this is what we've all wanted, the M2 with the M4 engine, and here it is, we've got it. That's a twitchy rear end, really twitchy. You put your foot down going in a straight line, and it just slides out. They must have definitely refined that gearbox software. It's a lot snappier. It actually changes gears quicker. Downshifts are a lot quicker, upshifts are a lot quicker. It just feels a lot more refined compared to the previous generation M2. And they pretty much built this as a mid-range sports car, so to combat the Porsche Boxster, which is now a 4-cylinder turbo, this definitely has the edge over it. It's a 6-cylinder twin turbo, heaps more performance, a lot more torque, and just sounds a lot better. It's a lot more brutal. It's a typical M. It's quick. It is quick for a $120,000 car. This thing is quick. And I really do think I prefer this over the M3 or M4. Yes, you have more space in the M3 and M4, but this thing here performs a lot better. It's nimble. You can do whatever you like with it, and it's quick at the same time. Around another hump, nice and easy. Sharp corner coming up. Take a hard right. Sticks like glue. The tail end just kicks out slightly. Around humps, really comfy. Get onto the throttle, the power is a real quick pick up and go. Then on the brakes, it stops. Well, there are optional brakes, so they come with bigger rotors and the pistons, and they come in silver. So luckily for us, our car's option with that, and we had a request for custom calipers to be orange, because what we have is orange stitching on the interior, orange seat inserts, little orange things here and there around the car. And on top of that, our car's going to be black, but we're making it real special and stealth. We're talking about matte black. And that's the difference. A lot of people confuse these. They say, and they place these in the same category as a hot hatch, where really you can't. It's a cool car. It's a mid-range sports car. It sits there just below the M4. Like yeah, look, downshift a gear, go second gear, floor it, and the thing just takes off. It launches, it does, it actually performs a lot better than any hatchback that I've ever driven, or sports hatch. The only thing that can compare to this and possibly be right on the edge with this, in terms of comfort, performance and everything, apart from the looks, is the RS3. That's the Audi RS3. But the BMW M2 Competition, it's just another ball game. It's a real sports car, a car that you can take onto the track, you can drive it on the street, actually drive yourself to Eastern Creek, do a few laps around that, and you'll see how much joy this car will bring you. Because sometimes you could think, well, why would you need a track car or a car like a Ferrari or a Porsche when you can have it all in one in this little thing here? You can have it all in one. This is a complete package, an all-in-one car. Daily drive, comfort, and track, street performance, unbelievable. Yeah, BMW M2 nailed it. BMW nailed it with this car here, the M2 Competition.